We are back on NCAA 06, and today I'm going to be starting a new series here on the channel, and that is going to be a race for the Heisman. So the plan with this series is to take our guy and race for the Heisman, put him on a college team, play 3 years, but not every single game. I'll pick like 3 or 4 games per season to play, and then from there we can import that character into Madden 06, or what we could do is we could just skip a couple of Maddens and go straight to Madden 09 where there's Super Sim, and then create him as an NFL superstar. That way, pretty much anybody that we've ever run into here in our Race for the Heisman series from different colleges will all be in the Madden game since they were drafted in real life. If this is something that you guys enjoy and you want to see more of, if I get 5 likes, then I will continue the series. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the Race for the Heisman is pretty much Road to Glory before Road to Glory. It's not the greatest mode. It's pretty fun, but it's not the greatest because in these older games there was no Super Sim, so you would have to play the defensive side of the ball as well, which is kind of a bummer. But like I said, we're not going to play every single game, so it could still be pretty fun. So I did a random name generator, and the name that it came up with was Jalen Clark. So that is who we're going to be here on our Race for the Heisman. So here is our position select. We could do pocket quarterback, a scrambling quarterback, running back, wide receiver, defensive lineman, linebacker, or defensive back. I am going to pick running back. Reason is because I don't think that we're going to play many years when we do get to Madden. And I think running backs have the shortest career, so we could do like 6 seasons and then retire our guy and then wrap up the series. I don't want to do quarterback because I really don't see an exit of the series. I mean, it's a kind of like he could go on forever. Running back, we could, come up with that he played 6 years, 6 solid years, and he decided to retire because he wanted to preserve his body. So we are going to be a running back. So we're going to go ahead here and start the drill. We don't even get to pick what our character looks like yet. So he's going to have this build, and I'm sure we can change it once we pick a college, but before we do that, we have to run some drills here. There we go. There's a touchdown for Clark. Like I said, his name will be Jalen Clark, but you're not going to see his first name until we're able to customize him further. So it is honestly pretty difficult to score in this Oklahoma drill as we left the drill area again. I mean, this is 8 reps we've done, and we've only gotten 2 touchdowns now. Here we are on our 9th rep, and we just left the drill area again. I will be playing on Heisman. The reason for that is because I actually am kind of used to playing here on NCAA 06, and here we go. Here are the 3 teams we've been offered scholarships with. We have Syracuse, Navy, and Stanford. So Navy would be pretty cool, but their triple option offense would be kind of hard for me to run. Like I said, I have to control their offense as well. Then you have Syracuse, which they would be pretty fun to play with, to be honest with you. In the ACC, or as a matter of fact, they wouldn't be in the ACC. This is NCAA 06. Back in 2005, they'd have been playing in the Big East. And at Stanford, they would be in the Pac-10. So in the past, when I have played NCAA 06, even by myself, I have created a team and put them in the Big East. So I don't want to play as Syracuse. So what I am going to do is I'm going to pick Stanford. We will be committing to play running back at Stanford University. I believe it's Stanford University. So we are going to be enrolling at Stanford. So if you can't tell, the game mode is pretty bare bones. There's nothing, extreme to it. You're going to have practice, I believe you'll go to, and stuff like that. So the guy that we just played with looks nothing like the guy in the picture, but I'm going to go ahead and customize him, and then I'll show you guys what I come up with. So here is our information to kick it off. We got Jalen Clark. He's going to be from Indianapolis, Indiana. His favorite team is the Indianapolis Colts growing up. He is going to wear number 10, and he's right-handed, so we'll go ahead and continue. So we're going to keep everything pretty standard here on his appearance. 6'1", 205 pounds, kind of tall, and we're going to keep the face that it gave us. I know when we were running that drill, that's definitely not what that guy would have looked like, but who cares? We're going to run with it. So there's his appearance, and the next will be his equipment. I'll show you the equipment once I'm finished with that. So we kind of have Jalen Clark decked out a little bit. It's going to show like the cold only stuff as well. So he does have like the face protector and long sleeves on, but he'll only wear that when it's cold out. Other than that, he's got the visor and then a mouthpiece and wrist tape and gloves. So he's actually not as decked out as he appears here, but that's the look for running back Jalen Clark. I think that is it for customizing here. Okay, never mind. One last thing we have to do is we can go ahead and we can, take points away. Or at least I thought you could take points away and allocate them somewhere else. You actually can't. So this is the build here for Jalen Clark. He looks to be a power back, so with that 80 speed, he's going to be pretty slow to start off, but he will get better as his career goes on. You have just created your player in the race for the Heisman. Your dorm room is ready for you to move in, and it is time for you to get ready for your freshman season. If you can become a legend at your school, you can continue your player's career in Madden NFL 06, or you can stay in the college ranks as a coach in Dynasty mode. I actually didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Track your progress to greatness using the Heisman Hype Meter. Hit the practice field to improve your game faster. Perform well in big games to become a legend in your program. And be sure to check your mailbox to read letters from your fans. Let's go ahead and continue our race for the Heisman. As Jalen Clark's parents move him into his dorm room and kiss him goodbye, like I said, if you guys enjoy this, I encourage you to leave a like. If we get 5 likes, we will continue this series. If we don't reach 5 likes, more than likely I'll see it through and play a couple more episodes. But I do want to see if you guys enjoy this. I know the last couple of videos that I've put out, you guys have shown a great amount of love. We're up to 108 subscribers as of recording this video. So I appreciate everybody who is here and who watches my content. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you continue to join me on this journey as we're looking at the PS2 games for the foreseeable future until Madden decides to fix their game and we can start a franchise. But until the draft class bug is fixed, we're going to be here on the PS2. So here's a look at the messy dorm room here. I mean, there's a lot of things you can look at here. We'll go through each and every single one here. But at first, we need to clean this room up. No, I'm just kidding. But let's go ahead and start off with the newsletter. So here at the newsletter, you can look at the news story for each week. It's nothing crazy. And this one says, how will they fare? The Cardinals defense will shut down Pac-10 opponents in 2005. And I'm pretty sure as the weeks go on, more articles will become available. Next is the trophy crate. At the moment, we have no trophies in there. We hope to bring home 1 Heisman, maybe 2 Heismans, a couple All-Americans, and a couple other awards. Here's a look at the closet here. So the closet will tell you your player's career stats, their rating, their awards, and that is pretty much it. If we go ahead and look at the computer here, this should be your basic stuff like who's on the Heisman watch, your preseason polls, conference outlooks, team stats. One thing we can look at here is the conference outlook. We are predicted to finish 9th in the Pac-10. So hopefully we can prove everyone wrong, and I think it'd be cool to kind of take over the top spot in the Pac-10. One other thing I wanted to show you, I do have the memory card that has the updated rosters, so you can see Matt Leinart, Adrian Peterson, Reggie Bush, Vince Young, and Ted Ginn are your top 5 in Heisman at the moment. So that's pretty cool. We're going to be playing against the real named players. Taking a look at our roster here, we are actually all the way down on the depth chart. So I think we're technically going to be the starter. I don't know how that works, but we need to definitely improve before I start playing some games. I think we'll probably play the week 1 game. And then from there, we'll try to focus on building him up so that we can have him be the true #1 guy on the roster. Because at the moment, we are the worst running back on the roster. So here's a look at the playbook. So you can go to the playbook and you can begin drills, and that's how you can kind of get used to the plays. Here's a look at fan mail. Do we have any fans so far? Here's one. Welcome, Jalen. I see big things in your future. Once the rest of the country gets to see what you can do, every other coach will be tossing and turning, trying to come up with a way to stop you. You the man. Best of luck, Trey Davis. Okay, pretty cool. Appreciate that, Trey Davis. Here's a look at our schedule here. So we'll start off against Navy, a team that had offered us a contract. So, if Navy beats us, then we're going to look really bad. We could have definitely done a lot better on the drills. So, and that is it. That is every other thing that we could see. So from there, I got to figure out how we can get into some practice. So we're going to be doing a practice drill here. I don't know if you can kind of get attribute points to upgrade your player. I'm not really sure how it works. So, okay, so yeah, I do believe we will get some upgrades if we perform well. So let's get into our first practice here at Stanford, as we have 1 run, 1 touchdown. That's a good way to start it off. Clark's fighting. He left the drill area. Here we go, 2 touchdowns. So we're playing a lot better than we did when we were trying to, find a college that wanted to recruit us. I think Clark's best move is going to be that juke move. We need to figure out how to use the truck stick, though, because he's not very fast, but I think he's going to have some power. There's the 4th touchdown. Should be a couple more reps left, and we fumbled that time, so that's not good. I don't know how that's going to affect like an attribute upgrade or anything like that. So is that all that we do? I mean, and to be honest with you, I don't really know if there's anything else that we can do leading up to our first game against Navy. So we're going to go ahead and simulate, and then I will see you guys for week number 3, technically, but week 1 at Navy. So I did look it up. It is Stanford University, so that way I don't sound like an idiot, and we are a very smart school, so that would have been very weird for Jalen Clark to go to Stanford, and I don't even know if it's the University of Stanford or Stanford University. So I believe that is really the only thing that we can do. So we're actually going to go ahead and get into our very first game here against Navy. And then from there, we'll probably play a game against USC, and then hopefully we make a bowl game. If not, we may only play 2 games here in Season 1. I don't want this to be a super long series. I was thinking all in all, from NCAA all the way to Madden, no more than 20 episodes. So, I'd like to keep it short and sweet and to the point. So we're going to go ahead and choose heads. We will receive to open this game, and Navy will kick off. So, like I said earlier on, we do have to play offense and defense here with Stanford. My plan is when we're playing defense, I'm just going to let the CPU completely control it. That's what I would choose to do anyway, but since this is kind of like a career mode, I think it wouldn't be as big of a deal if I were to user the defense. Instead, I'm just going to let the CPU do their thing. But it appears we are the starting running back here at Stanford. I don't know if I think that's cool or not. Maybe we can come up with some kind of thing saying our other running backs had an academic suspension, and we're just kind of seizing the moment here. So we're going to start off Jalen Clark's career with a run up the middle for a gain of 8 yards. 2nd down and 2 here. Navy's going with the 5-2 look, just something you don't see nowadays. There's Clark up the middle, breaking tackles for a 1st down. So with that being said, since this is the career of a running back, we're not going to be showing any of the defense. I'll be controlling it, but you guys won't see the defense unless it's a big play, just because there's really no use for it. And also, I don't know if I should show every offensive play or just the plays that I am getting the ball in. I want to do my best to not abuse just giving our created guy the ball the whole entire time, as that one was nearly picked, a bad throw. So I believe it'll be 3rd down upcoming. 3rd down and 6 here. I believe Navy's going to be running a man defense here. And we tried to get it to our wideout, and the pass fell incomplete. So 4th down and 6, I think we're going to just take the 3. It's a 53-yard field goal, and like I said in our first NCAA 06 video, it is not easy to kick in this game, so I'm just going to try and focus and see if I can't knock it through. That's almost a perfect kick. What can I say? We're pretty good. So 3-0 we lead here in our very first game here at Stanford. I will see you when we get the football back. So Navy is about to score a touchdown here as they went with a reverse. They are running that classic option offense, 63-yard touchdown run. I don't know if you guys are going to see the beginning of that, but I wanted to let you guys know here is the replay. So you're going to see the play in full as Navy takes the lead here in the first quarter. It's going to be very hard to stop this team. It's pretty hard to play defense anyway on NCAA 06, but it's going to be even harder trying to stop the triple option. All right, so we have the football back. What we're going to do here on the first play is we're going to run a halfback option, which you kind of turn into like a toss. So we're going to fumble the football. Luckily, Simpson comes in and picks it up. So we're actually going to lose 4 yards on 1st down. That's not a good way to start the drive. We are going to try and stick to the run as best as possible, though. So we're going to run here on 2nd down as Clark takes it for about 5 or 6 yards. We're in kind of the middle of the field right here, so this is not the most ideal place to try and make a big play. As we're going to try and get it to number 7 again. And that's the 2nd time he's dropped a pass in this one. So 4th down upcoming, we're going to have to punt the ball away. And Navy is going to take the punt return back to the house. One thing I will say is if you do not punt the ball right down the middle and you kick it outside of your punt coverage, it's going to be a touchdown return. He did break a tackle on the play, so, it's not the worst punt. It was just more poor tackling, but Navy takes a 14-3 lead. We're about to get beat by the team that offered us a scholarship and we said no to. So they're going to be running a man defense here, double covering Bradford out there. So I'm going to go on the comeback route to Moore and see if that works. Man, Navy is playing good defense, and they're beating us on all phases of the game so far. So we're still in the middle of the field here. I really don't know what to do offensively as we've just kind of struggled. And we're going to throw a pick. Just a terrible pass by Edwards, and we are getting dominated here in our very first game. 14-3, and it's still the first quarter. Navy might blow us out. And unfortunately, we had a very good start offensively, got down the field. It is stalled out, and Navy has taken advantage of our mistakes. As here's another reverse, and we can't tackle anybody. Another touchdown for Navy. Coincidentally, I was talking during that play. Just a terrible all-around game for Stanford. First down and 10, we're going to hand the ball off to Clark up the middle, and he's going to get maybe a yard. There we go. We got the pass to Moore. So finally we get a first down, and we don't turn the ball over. There we go. I think that was also our first completion of the game as well. So maybe we can get something going here. So we're going to get this one out to Crochet as second down and 4. One thing that I've thought about, I don't want to do it though, is actually implementing my own playbook. But we picked Stanford, so we're going to run with Stanford's offense. I think that's probably the most realistic thing to do. And if it doesn't work out, then that's our fault for picking the school we went to, as there's our first career fumble. Thankfully, an offensive lineman fell on it. 41 yards rushing, though, so far is not bad. Tried to get the ball out to the fullback. Pass fell incomplete. Nanoli, I think is that guy's name. We're going to try and get this one up to number 8, and it's intercepted. When you're throwing against an impact guy, 9 times out of 10, he's going to make a play. He's going to intercept it, knock it away or something, and Navy is continuing the slaughter fest. So that's the end of the first quarter. We just got to stop, thankfully, but 21-3, Navy leads. We need some points, and we need points in a hurry, and we need to stop fumbling the ball with Jalen Clark. First down and 10 here. We're going to try and get this one to our other tight end. We're not throwing it to the superstar player's way again, as we have it set up first down and goal. We're going to run it here, and we just fumbled the ball again, and that's the third turnover. For some reason, my quarterback is not pitching the ball as soon as he gets it like he should. I mean, I've run that play plenty of times, and what the quarterback should do is get the ball and pitch it right away. Instead, he's not pitching it. I don't know if it's an input delay on my controller, but, a terrible game stays terrible. So third down and 15, we're trying to get another stop here. Owens is going to scramble. He's got some wheels, and thankfully we get to him before he picks up the first down. They did pick up like a third down and 11 on that drive with a fullback run, so we're lucky to get off the field. So we're going to continue to try and run the football with Clark, as he just doesn't have enough speed. If he had better speed, he probably could have broke that one. The one thing that does suck about this Stanford playbook is there's at least 2 formations that it's impossible to run any good plays out of. So you're probably not going to see me go to it very often. Third down and 5. Can we pick it up? The quarterback is terrible. That was a much better punt. It's just, one, either Heisman is just way too difficult at the moment, or this Stanford team is just genuinely terrible, because we are getting dominated right now. The second punt return for a touchdown. We've had 3 turnovers. Our quarterback sucks. This could be a long season and potentially a long series if you guys give me 5 likes. So here is the return for rushing. Hopefully this video has had a pretty good flow, and everything is kind of making sense as it goes along, and you guys aren't watching this going like, what just happened there? So hopefully everything does make sense. If it doesn't, leave a comment down below saying, you'd like to see this better or what have you. So I know where to improve. So we're going to try and run the football again. This is our career mode, as we get 1 yard. You got to have better than 80 speed to be able to do anything in this game, and we just don't got it right now. There we go. That is finally how you're supposed to run that option play. Even then, that still wasn't the greatest, and I went no huddle thinking that I have any say about what our play is going to be. I have no idea what our audibles are, so this is probably terrible. But they shifted in a good direction, so let's just try and pick it up by running the same play. There we go. There's a big play. Clark has a first down, and he should be over 50 yards rushing now. 57 seconds left. We do have to start picking up the speed just a little bit, though. They're going man defensively here. We're going to go to Bradford out there on the right, as that's a pretty good throw. So I was saying earlier our quarterback is terrible. I still will stand on that. He is not very good, but finally he gets a good completion. They're going zone this play. So this is a tricky play to try and complete anything. We're going to try and go to Clark out of the backfield. We pick up something. We do have all of our timeouts, so we don't need to worry quite yet. Maybe I should start worrying. Yeah, I'm going to call timeout. So 2nd down and 8. They are going zone here. I really don't know what kind of play will work in this situation. Oh, terrible. Thankfully, the defender tipped it. If he didn't, that was an easy interception. We've got to get some kind of points here. We have to. 3rd down and 8. Obviously, I don't want to kick a field goal, though. Trying to get it over the top. Thankfully, it wasn't intercepted. And unfortunately, on 4th down and 8, I think you have to attempt a field goal. I don't think it's the smartest option or going to be even the easiest option. I think going for it on 4th down would probably be easier than a 50-yard field goal. But we have to try it. You guys know the way I do it. I'm going to go quiet. And that's another terrific kick. Hey man, maybe I should have been a kicker for our career mode. 28-6 is the score. We can still make a comeback, but it's not looking good right now. Special teams has been very bad. Our quarterback play has been very bad. And we've been kind of bad on defense as well. Recently, we've started to play better, though. So that is the end of the first half. We're getting blown out by Navy, but I don't really care what Stanford's record is. We just want our guy, Jalen Clark, to have himself a solid career. So at the end of the first half, let's take a look at his stats. We are a team player, but at the same time, there is an I and team somewhere. So 5 for 15, Trent Edwards, he's not playing good. He got 2 interceptions. But Jalen Clark is 11 attempts, 70 yards, 6.3 average. He does have the 1 fumble. It was recovered by our player on offense, so it is not going to harm us that much. So he's got 6 broken tackles. His longest carry is 17 yards, and we're still waiting on his first career touchdown. So I was about to just say that I think I have a recipe to stop their rushing attack, and then the running back Hines just did 4 back jukes in a row and picked up 9.5 yards. So I don't know how we're supposed to stop these guys. This right here should probably be a pitch, though, if I had to guess. Nope, it's not a pitch. It's a halfback dive right up the middle, and he just breaks tackles. He's got speed. He's impossible to stop here in this game. Maybe we should have went to Navy. There's a big run for their fullback. He is tackled down at the 5-yard line, but Navy is probably a touchdown away from ending this game. And then from there, you'll probably just see the highlights, if there are any, the rest of the way. Surprise, surprise, Navy scored again. They are leading 35-6 in this game. I might actually have to, implement my own playbook. It would be kind of a Stanford-esque playbook. It'd be more of a pro style. It wouldn't be like me abusing the best plays in the game, but I just want to get a couple of these formations out of here that I'm just not going to use. Like one of them is strong normal. There's maybe 2 plays out of this entire formation that I would use. The passing plays just aren't really that good, and I just want to get something that I can, not show the same plays over and over while playing this game. As we were just 1 block away from breaking that one. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying this, leave a like. I promise you I'm a little bit better than this at this game, as finally we're going to have some space. Do we try and juke? We do get a successful juke for Clark, as he's going to break his first 20-yard run. We do need to get him his first touchdown in this episode, at least. Just in case we never revisit this again, we need to try and score with him now. Big hit there. I don't even know who that was that came in and cleaned that up, but that was a huge hit. So it's 4th down and 7. We are going to have to try and go for it here. It makes no sense to not go for it. The game is over if we don't pick it up, or if we even pick it up. So it really does not matter. There we go. We finally got a completion to McCullum. He had dropped like 2 passes early on in the game. Finally, he does something pretty good in this game, at least. 3rd down and 5. We need this one. What a pass to Bradford. just over the linebacker's head. First down and goal. I think I messed the play up there. I think I moved somebody's route and I didn't mean to. Thankfully, we complete it though. So there's 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. We're going to try and get a playoff. I don't know if we're going to be successful, and I don't even want to. The defensive shift looks nice. Let's see if we can take advantage of it. There's Clark down to the 1-yard line. Almost his first career touchdown. Second down and goal. You know we're going to go back to Clark. This is an easy touchdown run. This may be the easiest touchdown run of his career. Touchdown for Jalen Clark, as Stanford is going to make this game potentially respectful. So 35-13 is the score here. What can I say? You know, we're going to continue to battle here, and we have plenty of time to try and get a couple of stops, and if we can score quickly, we could potentially make this a good game. So they've been running the fullback a lot more recently, so we're going to have to start pinching our line. We may have to go to a 4-4 here on defense, but I want to try our best to try and get stops here, as this is going to be a big third down upcoming. And I just mentioned it. I'm going to go with the 4-4 defense here, see if it brings us any luck, as their best player isn't even in the backfield. This is Campbell, and he picks up the first down. So hopefully we can get a stop here. If we do get a stop, you guys will know about it for sure. Here's a fumble, and we got the football back. So we're going to have an opportunity here. We're down by 3 scores, but a big play on defense. Number 47 jarred it free. I don't know how to say his last name, and he also recovered it as well. So here we go. We are in great position to try and make something happen. We're going to continue to try and run the ball here with Jalen Clark, as I think he is one of our best players at the moment. So let's continue to try and feed him. If it doesn't work, then we'll try something else. So they're going with a zone look here. This will go to Clark out of the backfield more than likely. As here he goes. This Clark's going to have a first down. We're going to go to Bradford in the end zone. 3 guys there. It's an interception, the 3rd interception of the game, and potentially the game-sealing interception. Their impact safety wasn't even in there, so it makes me think they have backups playing against us. So that's kind of an insult, as our quarterback play has been terrible. Here's another fumble. So we are going to get the football back again. This time at the 30-yard line, as I'm pretty sure that was going to be a face mask there. It's number 47, again, who forced the fumble. I'm pretty sure that was a face mask. Thankfully, they didn't call it. So that's twice in a row you guys have been just scared to death because I just screamed and you guys had no idea it was coming. As there is Jalen Clark's numbers, 20 attempts, 116 yards. You know, never would it be realistic that he would start for a team that had like an 86 overall running back. But that's just what's going to happen here in this series. We're going to try and get this one to Bradford. Terrible pass, and that will bring up second down. Third down, my fault. And that's the 4th interception, the 5th turnover, and that is going to seal it. So they're going to show the replay here. You're not going to believe it. Number 47 has his 3rd forced fumble, and he's trying to break number 29's neck. As we have the football back, you know, if we would just score on offense, maybe we would have a chance in this one. So 4th down here, and if we don't get this, the game is over officially. We are going to get it, and we're going to actually get out of bounds as well. So we would need to score a touchdown, get a stop on defense, score another touchdown, then recover an onside kick. The chances of us winning this game is never, but we're going to continue to fight as if we had a chance. We're also going to try and show that Clark is also a receiving threat as well out of the backfield, as that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1 here. I wish that I knew what our audibles were. It's probably something I should have looked at. Maybe if I had went to practice, maybe we could figure it out. Yeah, I have no idea what this play is going to be here. It's going to be a counter. These plays do not work here. Yeah, that was never going to work. Try and get it to Clark. He got it. It is going to be a 1st down and goal, so we're going to go no huddle here. When you've thrown 4 interceptions, you literally have nothing to lose. 26 seconds left to Clark, and he is in. He was running slow, but I also wasn't hitting the speed button. So coach wants us to go for 2. Is there really even a reason? 20 points just makes you feel a little bit better about your performance. So we're going to kick the PAT here. We'll be down 15. You may be able to hear my cat meowing in the background. If you can, just embrace it. Just like I'm embracing this terrible performance here. And we're going to try and kick the onside here. right away. There's no real reason to try and kick it deep. And I have no idea how to recover an onside kick in this game. So maybe something like that will work. It's not going to work. Navy is going to recover it. We do have 3 timeouts, though, so maybe we can get the ball back for one last heroic drive. And unfortunately, the clock stopped, so never mind. The clock is running. I was going to say, if Navy runs one more play and they run the score up, it's going to be a little bit frustrating. But that's going to do it for Jalen Clark's first college game here at Stanford. We're going to lose 35-20 on the road against Navy. In the second half, we started to figure it out. We played better offensively, threw some interceptions, and unfortunately just couldn't capitalize on the Navy turnovers as they fumbled 3 times, I think all in the fourth quarter. Jalen Clark put together a pretty decent performance. He fumbled 1 time. Luckily, an offensive lineman fell on it, so it wasn't recovered by Navy, but he showed that he can catch the ball out of the backfield as well. So looking at Jalen Clark's stat line here, 21 attempts, 112 yards, 5.3 yards per carry, 1 touchdown. 24 yards was his longest, 120-yard run, 9 broken tackles, and 1 fumble. Looking at his receiving, he caught the ball 5 times for 26 yards and a touchdown. So a pretty good performance by Jalen Clark. Like I said, it is kind of weird that he is the starter right away. You don't really have to do any position battles. That's something they must have brought in the later NCAA games. So, you know, it's kind of bare bones. So if you guys do enjoy it, like I was saying, you know, leave a like, comment, tell me if you guys are enjoying it. I can continue the series. Otherwise, I may explore other options. You know, it's not a 100% set in stone thing that I'm going to be starting a series. I just wanted to kind of give you guys a look at the race to the Heisman mode here on NCAA 06. So we're going to get ready to wrap this video up. Before we do that, I'm going to show you which games we're going to be playing here in year 1 if we do decide to make this a series, and kind of let you guys know that we will be simulating other games. So if the stats look weird or you guys are like, wait a minute, did I miss a game? Don't worry, we will be simulating plenty of games if we do make this a series. But like I said, I'm going to keep my options open. Madden may come out with an update tomorrow saying that they fixed the draft class bug and we could be starting a Madden franchise. So I'm going to keep my options open. It's about every 3 or 4 days I kind of think about what kind of video I want to make again. But this will be the second video on NCAA 06. Maybe we could explore Madden Superstar mode in kind of a one-off video just like we did on this one. Then there's also other games I'd like to get to, like NFL 2K5. And then I also have Arena Football, which would be really fun. I'd like to do some kind of mini series if we're not going to be playing Madden, but I don't want to do a mini series that I can't stay committed to, if that makes any sense. I don't want to give you guys false hope. I'm not going to commit to a series until I 100% feel right about it. And the one series that I want to commit to, but I can't at the moment, is Madden 24. So sorry for the rambling here at the end of the video, but I do believe that if we continue this, the one game that I definitely want to play is the game against USC. That is the #1 team in the country. Obviously, things could change if we simulate and USC is not playing as well, but let's say Notre Dame is playing well, then we may have to play that game against Notre Dame. But that is going to do it for our first game here on Race to the Heisman NCAA 06 for Jalen Clark. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.